Hello and good evening to our listeners and to Andy and Amanda. How are you tonight?
Yeah, good. Monday, yeah. It's been a bit steady couple of days, just really clean. Like I said, Amanda's had some good news, which I'm sure you can talk about in a minute. But we've just went for a walk in the country over the weekend, didn't we? The countryside, so
What
not
did
done
you
much.
do?
We went for a
What
walk.
did you do?
We
Where
went
did
for a
you go?
went for a walk on the local woods near us. And on Saturday we were walking on the canal again as well. And we did what was it? We walked 8.5 kilometres, wasn't it, on Saturday, Amanda?
Yeah.
Was it? Which is somewhere in about 6 or so miles, which is the longest walk we've done yet. And we got back. And
I was so hungry I had to order a KFC.
you listen that clean.
First
And
one in 5 months.
yeah, Amanda's first KFC in 5 months she ordered. Sat there
Oh,
and wolfed it down. She had a big smile on her face.
I had mine last week. That was the first place I went last week.
Oh, good
Or
one.
the week before.
Good
Is it
one.
good?
Yeah.
Colleen, how was it for you? Oh, I thought you.
For me, no, the reason why I had KFC early was because they do a Tuesday offer on like the biggest meal for $6.99 or around that amount, and it was all through August. So that was why I made sure that I went there on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, fair play. Amanda, what did you have then on
I
Saturday?
had Singer burger meal and the gravy side.
And
That's good.
what she did, Colleen, was we didn't go and collect it. You had it delivered, so.
Yeah.
How much was it cost you, man? About £1 as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, they charge a little bit more when you buy it on Uber, and then you got to pay a delivery fee. But I had a 25% off code, so it evened out.
And as we told you off mic before, okay, we'll tell everybody now. Amanda, what did we have just after tea on Saturday night?
Bailey's cake.
Yeah. A friend of mine that lives up the road, her brother works at Asda as a cleaner, and it turned up hers with massively discounted
And
cake.
you
Bailey's
had
cake.
cake the next morning.
We had some a little bit of it Saturday night. And then Amanda, what time did you eat Bailey's cake on Sunday morning?
I can't remember what time, but it was nice.
6:30 in the morning. 6:30 in the morning, Colleen. You know it's that. 6:30 in the morning, she was tucking into a massive piece of cake, and I'm sat there thinking,
I had to get it
That's
eaten
what I
before
did.
it went on.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do.
I thought of stuff out. I was cursing, I thought, why am I diabetic? That was gorgeous. Yeah.
That's
Right.
what we used to do at school when we were like really young. Just get all the food that we had brought from home, and we had that late at night in the evening, like after lights out at 10. I'm like Amanda. I can eat anything, any time, and it doesn't matter what it is. I can just eat pizzas. Cake. Yeah, I think I had a pizza. I'm not sure if I had a pizza or a diet burger. I had a burger. Yeah, I had a burger and fries from Honest Burger. Do you remember last time I was saying that I worked at Honest Burger? So I made sure that I stayed there and I wouldn't budge until I got a seat because Monday was the last day. It was the Eat Out golf scheme. So I made sure that I stayed there in the queue for my half price meal, and it's really good. Then the waiter, she's really nice. She just, because she was so busy, she just charged me the normal amount. And I said, "Oh, wasn't it Eat Out today, half price?" And she said, "I'm sorry about that." So they gave me a complimentary ticket to take in with me next time I go there. I was really pleased.
Oh, well done, Colleen. Well done, Colleen, with that. So that's good news.
Yeah.
Oh, good stuff. No, seriously, good stuff. I'm pleased with that. That's good news. That is good news. That's good stuff. So, well, we had we're telling off Team Colleen off mic before that. Me and Amanda had just notice the irony here. We had a disgusting, in the fact of his word is gorgeous takeaway from a local takeaway last night. When I had a disgusting 14-inch pepperoni pizza, and Amanda, what did you have?
Chicken tikka and naan. I think I've mentioned this before on this podcast as well.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I always have.
It's a niche market on the takeaway. And it was like, honestly, Colleen, it was the pizza was that big, so I had to help Amanda out with the chips. I ended up having about a third of the pizza this morning with breakfast. So I started work at 7 o'clock this morning. And I sat there with booting the laptop up with and microwaved remains of the pizza at 10 to 7 this morning. Oh, splendid it was.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, and shows you clean as well. What happens is, when you start off and you do that sometimes in the morning, it changed my food pattern for the rest of the day. Because I ended up having a bowl of cereal at 1 o'clock for lunch, and then I had sandwiches for tea. So everything's all over the place today. So
I think you should just eat what you want when you want,
Yeah.
whatever order.
that's what I did today. I ate in all kinds of a very strange order today, but it was good. So it was good. So that's why. So I said, so yeah, good fun. Now, Amanda, tell Colleen about your latest off. Did we mention this last week, did we? Or did we not? About your latest cereal offer you got?
Yeah, I got 8 packets for £8.
Of.
Like this special K thing, I don't know what it is.
Yeah. So we got 6 boxes of the protein special K the other week. And you got, what you got a bag of.
Yeah, like caramelised special K or something like that.
Yeah. So that I've got, which I'm not allowed really, because it looks a bit naughty, that was. So. No, said, and you got, was it 8 for £8, didn't you? From that.
Yeah.
So she got, come on, Nicoline, you ready for this? You're starting, did you do it today or tomorrow?
I had cereals for breakfast and cereals with tea, so I'm on cereal by now.
That's why. So, but she got like 14 boxes of it, Colleen. So it's like, I mean, I'll keep her going till probably 6 weeks or so, probably, won't it?
About a month.
Yeah, and then she'll be looking at other bargains next time on it, Colleen, as well. So it's a good way, good fun. So really, right. You've both got a bit of news, haven't you? Before I forget. So Amanda, tell everybody about your writing news for a forget.
Yes, so I'm in the top 10 finalists for the thriller category for the Author Elite Awards.
And what is the Author Elite Awards?
Oh, well done.
There's like 16 different categories, and each winner of each category gets like a publicity package and a few other bits and pieces. But it's mainly the publicity package I ended it for.
Yeah. I want to say everybody vote for it. It's for a Ghost of Me book. And it's been getting some staggeringly good reviews online, that book, really has, Colleen. That's why. And she had quite a lot of people we know voted for her in that one. So it's more votes is better, really, in that one straight away. So now you've been busy with your radio station, Colleen, haven't you, as well?
Yes, it's a really fantastic radio station. I am just like overwhelmed. I didn't realise that it would be just as good or better than Capital FM. It's just really outstanding. It's in the southwest area of London, so it's a new radio station, DAB, so digital online. But it launched 2 weeks ago, and I was saying that I put myself on a list of 5 areas, and I emailed one department last week. That was the news team, so they know. So the director knows about that one, and then I got an email to say, "Oh, there's a slot for a presenter." And I'm thinking, "Oh, I want to do that." Like a little while down the line, I just wanted to get to know radio station a little better. So then I thought, if the training is on, I'm just going to really go for it now because I need to do that. And it'll be this Friday, so that'll be really good. And also, I've been listening to the radio station, and it is so good. It's a really good combination of 1980s indie and classic, like not classic like classical music, but like Queen and really, really good like sound artists from the decades of like 80s and 90s, and even now. And it's just so brilliant. The whole sound is so good. I was like hooked to it, listening to it during the wellbeing hour that I had today, all through, because the friends that I told they didn't come along, but at least I go there just to be present. And I was just like listening to the radio station all that time, and afterwards as well, all the way through to when I was doing a bit of shopping. Then I realised that I'd washed my daughter's, because I tend to wash it because I think it gets a bit grubby after a while, and I put it in my coat pocket, and the other one, and because it was so warm today, I put on my gilet, so I'd left my keys in one of the coats. So
you daft beggar.
Go somewhere I can go use the restroom, and then come back. So I sent you a text to say I'm actually going to be on the road this week as well, so that's why.
Oh, what you're like. No, it's easy done. It's easy done, isn't it? So these sort of things easily happen sometimes. So Like I said, no, sort of thing I'd do that dramatically. So I get completely. Like I said that. It's been warm up here. Been warm up here today, man. As well, hasn't it? So, yeah, it's a funny one, that Clean. I don't know what it's like up in London at the moment, but like in any case, we got up this morning and it was only about 6 or 7 degrees. It was we got this morning. It was a little bit fresh. It was. You can tell like things are changing. But then we popped out for lunchtime for a walk because we normally do it when I'm at home. It was actually quite warm at lunchtime. It was when we got outside. So like it makes you wonder what we're going to get next couple of days. So probably snow tomorrow.
Yeah, it's nice and warm today. But sorry, before we go on, I just want to say this is also it's an attribute to, or it's a dedication to Gary, who I knew through you, Andy.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, Gary, yeah, of course, yeah.
So anything I do is a dedication to Gary and his friend at the time, Amanda. So I just want to say that because he was a really, really good writer and also a really good co-host as well. Really made us laugh. Just that whole evening, whenever it was on the podcast or internet radio at the time at school, it was just a delight. And so I'll always remember Gary. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, no, great colleague, straight away with that one. A special guy he was, and a dear friend of mine as well. So, like I said, I'm speaking to his partner Amanda about a couple of weeks ago, it was, and you know what's the ironic is, Colleen, she's actually now dating somebody called Andy. So like, we can't keep telling Amanda here, but we're gonna have to go on. Amanda's not met her yet, and we're gonna have to go on and we'll go for a curry. So like. Andy and Amanda's just to really confuse
matters. How many sets of Andy and Amanda's we can find.
I know. Also, Colleen, mate, you smile as well. And you know, I've told you my brother's name. My brother's called, haven't I?
Yeah.
My brother's called Gavin. Now this will make you smile. Amanda's brother-in-law is called Gavin, and we keep hoping that my brother's next partner will be called Helen, because that's what Amanda's sister married to Gavin's called. So that way then, me and Amanda get married, we can cause absolute bedlam at our wedding, we can. So, Gavin, meet Gavin. Helen, meet Helen. And I'm like,
meet your counterparts.
That's right, just see how it goes, like I said. But anyway, Colleen, now, what have you got on this week then? Anything planned this week?
Yeah, so this Friday I've got my training for the presenter training on Friday, and I've got the football on Sunday, which I studied. This Sunday I was so exhausted because I had a lot of things going on last week, so I was just really exhausted, and it was raining. So whilst I slept like Sunday afternoon, I woke up about 20 to 5, I think, or 5:30, and I thought, I just can't get out of bed now. So I just like thought I won't do football practice today. Although I would have gone because it would have been like practice as well for me to like just get my football boots on my football shins. You know, you have to have shin pads when you're playing football.
Yeah, I heard about that. So I've got friends that play it. It a lot depends what level you play at, Colleen. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah, so depending how rough the club is you're playing. I know some that go on with some go on there with masks in their faces as well.
No, because last year when I went to the Shelter Football Stadium, I had knee pads. I didn't know what shin pads were because I never wore shin pads when I was playing football at junior school. So the referee said, "Do you have shin pads?" And I said, "No, are these not shin pads?" He said, "No, they're knee pads." So I just pulled them down. I said, "Oh, can I just wear them now as shin pads?" He said, "Yeah." They were like shin pads, but they're not. They're knee pads.
Oh yeah,
there's a difference.
Oh yeah, completely. There's a big difference. My sister used to captain a non-university football team, and she used to tell me that as well. There's a big difference in them. She was. Her exact words were, depending what they were, the opponents had on, depending how much damage you could do to them.
Yeah.
And get away with it. So. Yeah. No, that's fine. Oh, cool. Now, also, what are we doing? We've got a night on tomorrow night, Speakeasy, in Stroud, open mic literature night, and Amanda's doing some recording tomorrow night as well. She is for a radio station.
Yeah, for the poetry special.
Yeah, it's on North Manchester FM on the 19th. I'm doing my session of it on Sunday, so we'll talk about more next week, Colleen, that I said, and I've got another podcast on Thursday. Right. Oh, listen, guys, 15 minutes. Say bye, everybody.
Bye. tune in